Here off the lake, and the Browns fell history. Here we go. As Boswell puts the toe to it, comes to Williams at about the 1 yard line. Travion knocked down he won his first. He's dropped the last 4, but there have been games in there where you've seen really great flashes. The game against Tennessee, a high-scoring affair where they came.
That means checking the ball down, getting the ball out faster. I think he's got a chance, Jim.
Okay, here he is on first down, giving it to Raheem Sanders, who is a straight-ahead north-south Buffalo. And you see their takeaways, 4th most in the league for the Steelers. And Sanders has 8 picks in his starts. Tight ends here on second down. In trouble. Now steps back, get away, flings it, got it. Complete at the 50-yard line. And after him, he stepped back and got the completion for 19.
The blitz pickup right here. It's a great job by the undrafted free agent Sanders. But you see Shador
from the 48 of Pittsburgh. They fake it. And now they throw it, and just a little bit out of reach for the man.
All the defense get back into zone coverage. He just misses here. And you see the mist. Sometimes that ball comes off just
today. Heavier football, wet, slippery.
You can tell both quarterbacks will have a challenge there.
Here's the give. And Sanders.
Well, this is a huge moment here, and I feel like this is a great opportunity for Shador. If he can come out and play great in this weather against this opponent today, it would show a lot.
3rd and 7. Down the middle he goes, and he completes it. That was a nice looking pass. It goes to Judy for another Cleveland first down. Game.
Go up, break inside the safety. But this is a great job right here. He's got high-low, and he's going to go ahead and look at the defense, see that Herbig's on the end zone.
In the backfield. He'd been out last week with a hand injury. They give it to him. And he has dropped. The rookie from Tennessee picked up a draft. And one of those rookies you saw him fan in 44 with 70 catches on the year. 2nd and 9. Sanders stays in the pocket and throws. Was getting pressure in the pocket. Just a few of the rookies to talk about. We mentioned Judkins, number 10. He's out for the rest of the year. It's going to take. So, don't know what the field goal range is in this weather, but let's see what they do on 3rd and 9. They've got Fannin driven back by Chuck Clark.
Job by Shador to get it out, but just better defense. Clark coming out of the safety position and really forcing the throw to come.
And the kick. It's a good one. 3 on the board for Cleveland.
Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list early with Lowe's to earn your Sunday. And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor. State
goal by the Cleveland Browns. And now we'll have a chance to see Aaron Rodgers operate against the likes of Myles Garrett.
Good.
Yeah. Schmidt down to Gainwell at the 3-yard line. And they're on top of him at the 25.
Don't be
talked about it since turning 42 years old in the last month with wins at Baltimore, at home against a Miami team that had won 4 in a row, and then at Detroit. Hayward comes into the backfield. Warren gets the toss, and outside it goes, and he breaks a tackle. The ball's on the ground.
Boom! Send a blow that almost gets Cleveland the ball, and you said it before, Jim, that it's very difficult for Pittsburgh. They've lost 3.
2017. It was a 6-yard gain. And it's Warren again. Thought he saw an opening, but that was closed quickly by the likes.
This is going to be really the key to the game. Can Aaron get the ball out still quickly before Myles can get there? I thought he was surgical last week against the Lions. He had to get it out.
And without Calvin Austin, who's out with a hamstring injury. So really thin on the outside. There's a little give to Gainwell.
This is Jim Schwartz special. I want you to watch the whole right side of Cleveland over here. This ball's going to be tossed, and they're going to.
Waitman into punt. After 3 snaps and recovering their own fumble, so it wasn't a pretty start. And it comes down to Pittsburgh and 4-12 for Cleveland. Second possession starts with Sanders looking down the field. Beautiful strike. to Tillman. Had a big game.
This is a great route. Make him feel outside, restack him, and then widen. And what a throw. Just a big-time throw.
Tillman's longest reception of the season. And a handoff to Sanders. Straight ahead he goes, fighting for every inch.
He's got him, and then all of a sudden, you saw last week, he really showed up short yardage. He got yards when there was nothing there, and I sat there watching the tape being like, this guy's going to get a lot more carries moving.
His career at Arkansas, they like him here.
As they should.
2nd and 4. Give it to him again. Hayward's on him. Hayward, always been a run.
Hands and just throw Robinson. And he's turned back the hands of time this year, playing like he's 28 years old. Time, Eccles out, Pierre out of the secondary. They need that.
3rd and 5. And they stay on the ground. A nice little wiggle move by Williams.
The hesitation, just watch. The edge is going to come in here, and he's going to hesitate, let him go by. And as soon as Highsmith goes by, he does the rest. And
on injured reserve, plus Jerome Ford on injured reserve. Here's a 1st and 10. Sanders tries the left side. Here's a 2nd and 8. This pass to Fannin. He caught it, and he rolls that to the year. His 6th touchdown.
It's fooled Shedeur. They roll the coverage to cover 2, but what a job by Fannin to turn and Willie Mays that a little bit.
Catches. Schmidt's extra point makes it 10-0 Cleveland, and they are a day in Cleveland, but right now it feels like sunshine for the Browns nation. This fast start by the 3. Talking about Pittsburgh from that side of it, only the 1 win in that stretch. And that's the kick down to Gainwell, and it's a touchback.
The #1 pass defense in the NFL, #2 in total yards. Usually you'd think the record would be better. And you see the respect they have for Garrett and him by trying to run the ball 3 straight plays.
Look, but what they've done when you have an offense that's not producing points on the season, an offense that's only gone over 20 points 3 times in 15 games.
One of the best. I think he should get another shot as a head coach, honestly. But look at this. Fewest in the NFL, 2nd fewest, 3rd most sacks in the NFL. And
Gainwell caught the ball outside of the end zone, then stepped back. So it starts at the 20 with Rodgers tossing it over for the short. Selections were announced. Of course, we mentioned T.J. Watt is out again, recovering from that surgery. Yeah, how does that work?
just going at the all-time record.
2nd and 6. Rodgers flings it. Oh, that is knocked down in a
big-time coverage. Camel having to run all the way across the field. Bootleg. Able to get right in there and disrupt it.
Here's Rodgers back to throw when he's got an open man. It is caught by Scotty Miller with a
offense number 11. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Valdez Scantling called for the OPI, wiping out the 24-yard.
It is a bad call. Look at, they're trying to chip Garrett. The ball had to come out really fast. Aaron does a great job getting the ball out as fast as anybody. But
16. Unloading it across the middle, and Washington gets some of it back, but once again,
I think this is going to bring the offense back on the field, Jim. I think Jenkins, #5, might have been saying something.
After the play was over, taunting defense #5. That 15-yard for #5. If he gets another foul in the same category, he will be disqualified.
He doesn't know what he did. At least that's what he's pleading. And you got 50.
That's close. I don't know. We're going to call it close to the vest. He's like, just look. See if I was taunting too much. It's like, well, don't do that at all. Just don't do it.
1st down for Pittsburgh at the 40.
Garrett's out of the game, so this is run play action.
Toss. Warren. Side is open for a moment. And then it
Offense coordinator and coaching staff is you have play calls and you wait for the right moment versus the coverage situation. And the other one is the guy who's going to break the sack record. That's when we want to throw.
Got new life with the taunting penalty. Garrett remains out for this 2nd and 5. Dump it off to Washington, and the big man is tripped up about.
Tight end get helped off after that touchdown, and it is indeed a groin injury that he re-aggravated. We talked about how he suffered that on Friday.
3rd and 1, lined up on the near side is Myles Garrett. And here they go with Hayward. Look at Connor Hayward racing down the sideline.
Great, cool design. It looks like a tush push, and then he's going to run the option to the right. And then the seal on the edge. Just a wonderful job. It's going jumping, no reason. I mean, that's gives you the opportunity when you're running the tush push look.
First charge timeout, Pittsburgh.
Yep. 2 of his sons playing for the Steelers now. Here's a 1st and 10. Here's Gainwell to the 19. These two
attempt they've had in forever, and it was just systematic. And the funny part is they had Cook, the young player at left tackle, and I think that's a big reason why these guys had some space out there that Pittsburgh has.
2 of them runs by Warren, 1 a touchdown catch by Gainwell. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, what a hit! As Gainwell made the catch, but Devin Bush,
because he doesn't want to give up the sack record. Because otherwise you don't throw that.
You think it's in his head, right?
I don't.
AFC Championship with the NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Back for quarter 2, Jim Nantz, Tony.
There's the guy going for the sack record.
Here's the pass to Gainwell, incomplete. He tried to throw that around Myles Garrett.
Try and pretend to chip him and throw a screen, but the reason it's incomplete is because Myles Garrett was right, like you said. He had to throw around him.
44 yards, and the kick, makes a sudden right turn, and it's good.
These conditions.
Quarter. Week 17, and there are a number of games that are pivotal, but this one's got, again, I'm not sure there's been a better individual performance this.
For him, 35, 36 carries. It's like, if we're going down through Derrick Henry, because Lamar wasn't playing, and now that sets up a possible monster. Look at the conditions. Great shots by our team down there. Just, you could see.
Quarter, 5 of 7, 101 yards and a touchdown. Play action, start this series, and he's on target again. Back to Judy. Is to outplay all expectations.
He's got to come back next year.
I was going to say, bring him back. Here's the give, and that's Raheem Sanders for no give.
Carson Schlesinger right now on the bike. It looks to be a thigh injury. He has a heating pad on that thigh. He limped off the field. Certainly that would be a huge.
1-year starter at UCLA after a walk-on arrival. What a year he's had. 2nd and 10, and again it's across the middle to Jude.
Literally making this work. Watch right here. He's going to stop. He sees these safeties here, but you got to throw it right behind him, and you got to get the ball out on time, and he throws it right there in between the safety and backer in the air. First time this season in the first half he's done that. 3
of the passes going to Judy. Here he dumps it off. Sampson. But he was insistent on talking about how the game of football is simple when your eyes are in the right place. That was really a point of emphasis for him this week, about his eyes.
The ball goes 1 to 2 to 3. If you start on the left side, you're late to everything.
Here he is on 2nd and 11. In trouble, and he gets it back to the line.
In the wrong spot here. He's going to look to the left, and this is why he actually ended up taking the sack. Now watch right here. It's just through experiences, learning football, and he has a chance to learn that.
3rd and 12. Can they get in field goal range? Whistle first. Play is ruled dead.
5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, you really pointed that out about the eyes on that last play that resulted in the sack.
It's the sack. It's what happens is you get sacked because understanding football at a higher level.
TJ Watt watching. 3rd and 17. And will he take off? Yes, he will. It's in field goal range with this scramble down to the.
Wants to show he's okay. Go ahead. This is where I've been impressed. I think some people didn't think he was as athletic coming out in the draft, and he's shown the propensity.
Well, look, they're not going to go for the field goal. Again, operating without Fannin, who's on the sideline with a groin injury. 4th down pass, wide of the mark on that time. Browns come up empty. He went for it.
Fast, instinctive. I mean, he's one of the best spies I've seen.
Here's the handoff. Warren slipping through a couple of tackles, taking it right up the middle for the big game.
Look at the ball protection as well. Very impressive by Warren right there. And this is why Pittsburgh last week was able to go into Detroit. Yep.
1st and 10. And it's Warren again, banging around for about 5.
Well, it was because Darnell Washington was dealing with a left wrist injury and was walking off the field to get it checked. He did go back in for a play, but then he came.
2nd and 6. Garrett looks like he's ready to pounce. Rodgers unloads it, and it's just out of.
The ball was just a little inside. I also thought MVS could have got his eyes around just a little early. Right there, a little earlier. The ball's already in the air, so by that point, he doesn't have a chance to pick it.
To a wide receiver, I beg your pardon.
He moved him all the way over because Garrett is over there. They've chipped him on every play but the bootleg.
3rd and 6. They go back that way, and the ball comes out of the.
Last week, had some huge 3rd down conversions and big plays, and right here, it's all Campbell again. Look at the hand.
A receiver, so wide receiver in this game. To this point, 4th and 6. And the punt
is shanked.
Yes, it is. It bounces at the 18.
It's been just over 2 weeks since TJ Watt had surgery to repair that partially collapsed lung. You see him down here on the sidelines helping out. Whitman said he will not play until he has a full week of full participation. He said because Watt is coming back from a medical procedure and not.
It was the first 11 games of his career he missed because of injury. 1 and 10.
It was so disruptive last week in the run game, so that helps. Wait till they get them both back.
The give, Sampson. 13 yards passing so far for Aaron Rodgers, again without his main 2 wide receivers, and the numbers impressive meanwhile for Shedeur Sanders.
Getting there, he's decisive. It's been impressive.
2nd and 7, staying on the ground, and right between a couple of defenders.
If they're able to run the ball, stay in phase. Now it's a 3rd and 4. It's a simple far.
I'll ride with your instincts, as I always do. 3rd and 4. Down the middle, and he's got him. Right on, Tony. And for this franchise.
This is just next level. See the defense? They know where the sticks are. 3rd and 4. So he's going to throw behind them. I mean, it's these. But that was maybe my favorite decision throw and ability, propensity to stand in that pocket.
Yeah, out of Texas. 1st and 10 play action. Sanders going to run for about 3 or 4. He had 49 yards rushing last week.
Wanted him to be more decisive. He wasn't when he first started. It was more feel it out, create a big play here and there, but missed the check down. But it was like, hey, he's flashing to me that he's got.
So going without Fannin. Meanwhile, on the other side, we hear Washington's been ruled out for the rest of the game. Here's a pass play, feeding up on a 1st down.
I want you to watch. If the backer goes this way, you don't throw the slant. If he goes this way, you throw the slant. He looks at him, and as soon as he sees.
1st down with 5 minutes to go in the half. Pressure, tip, pick, Sawyer. Knocked out as he was trying to unleash it.
You're exactly right. The backside, Shedeur can't.
Yep, coming back to the Buckeye State and coming up with his 2nd interception of his rookie year. The ball actually hit the helmet up from the 31. Play action, planting, looking, got rid of it just in time to Hayward, and it's going to be a loss of 3.
Always, and all of a sudden here comes Wright on the other side. Good job, Aaron, to get rid of the ball, but you see why it's so difficult to throw.
In NFL history, 596 times. He's the most. Russell Wilson 2nd. Brady 3rd most. 2nd and 13. And Warren gets
back into a possible chance. You're in field goal range. Don't want to take a sack for multiple reasons. The record and the field goal.
It's 3rd and 7. You know Rodgers is fully aware of his presence, where he is. Stepping up. Going to run for it. Oh, where do they say?
Big decision right here.
Going to mark it a full yard short. It's going to be a 4th and 1. Gave himself up right there. Go back to Spartan here, Tony. This is where They broke the big play earlier with Connor Hayward.
Yep.
Under center.
Second.
Let's look at that slide one more time. And that's correct, though. It's not where you get touched.
And giving up on the play.
Exactly right. Right there. I think they're pretty close with the... I think sometimes as a quarterback, you don't know when you do that at that down and distance if you have it or not. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he knew that's the line. He doesn't see the yellow line. You know he's got to snap it.
4th and 1. And he throws it down the field and out of reach for Scotty Miller. On 4th and 1. That's a route that had DK Metcalf been up today. And that's the kind of play you think.
Got a lot of safety help, so they're going to have opportunities for that, but not good so far today.
Let's see how Cleveland operates inside of the last 3 minutes. Almost going the other way.
Late and a little soft. This should have been a pick 6. Shador's very fortunate, and that's been the only thing that you see. Fortunate.
2nd and 10. That one. Timeout called here by Pittsburgh. Their last. Poorly with hamstring.
Top 2 receivers. Thielen's going to have to show up in MVS.
Well, the other thing about Metcalf is if
not a great decision.
3rd and 6 here with 2:14. Sanders dumps it off. Little cut move. Judy not going to get there. Ramsey and others for the first time today. And he delivers a beauty. Spiral down to the 13 to Scotty Miller. Dancing on the side. 1:51 to go and they have no timeouts. Rodgers going to flip it over to Gainwell. 2nd and 8. Across the middle they go, and Valdez-Scantling. Did he hold on to it? They say it's a catch. They're going to.
Metcalf, you got to snap this ball because it probably wasn't a catch.
Well, they're coming after him, and Gainwell picks up the first down. Play before. It looked like he had a hand underneath it.
It did.
First down from the 39. Clock running at 40 seconds. There's Gainwell. Again, there's Schlesinger.
I just feel like that's right here. Got him 12 men.
2nd and 10. And the pass is caught by Freiermuth. And there's your penalty marker.
And this is Schlesinger still on the field. They threw it right over the top of him.
That pass went for 21 yards.
And he was right each time. But yet, you know, you're looking down at.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offsides, lined up in the neutral zone. Result of the play, first down.
Well, I want you to wall.
Yeah, he's still out there, Tony.
They should take him out. I mean, he's a warrior, but
they reset the clock, add force.
Look how wide Myles Garrett is.
Rodgers in trouble. Unloads it with all the crew on the early action.
This is a run around and go score because the clock will run out on you. You got to go down. You throw it inbound. Chance over here. Something up into the middle.
That's Scotty Miller. And Rodgers again.
Full start.
Blew it dead.
Well, I'm still looking for 52. Call.
2nd and 15. Still at 17 seconds. 51-yard field goal from here. Across the middle.
Now you got to get down.
That's Thielen. Now here comes the. And you're going to have now about a 41-yard field goal attempt from Boswell. That's a lot of years of experience at work right there.
That's a. Get the ball out of your hand, and then he knew to get down right. Gainwell when he caught it.
Going to mark it between the 30 and 31 by Cleveland. Remember, there was a bumpy moment on the previous field goal make, but they got it through. Waitman
for the football, but right now it looks good. See the win, though?
Yeah.
That's still there.
See it on the trousers of John Hussey. Plus, in his career before today, This kick plays the wind perfectly. Drills it. Plays. I know Valdez-Scantling.
He's the one.
Yeah, can certainly be a part of a deep ball as Warren stumbles. Tripped up on the 20-yard line.
Besides that one interception by Shedeur, how would you assess that first half by him?
He's doing a really good job. I love how he's moving in the pocket. He's finding throws down the field, particularly to Jerry.
You can see the impact because Aaron is trying to avoid him at all costs. What more do you need to see?
Opportunities present ourselves. We got to go make a play.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
First play is a little toss. And it's to Jonnu Smith. Comes out of the backfield.
Football, we've had some success with that. That is one area you can get Cleveland out on the edge, quick hitters up the middle, and then are they going to be able to create that one-shot play?
Away, hobbling at the end of the first half. He's still out there, right in the middle. 2nd and 3. Look at Warren spin out of the here, Tony.
He is a heat-seeking missile, and right now he cannot move remotely close to what he's been on tape consistently. I was so over the next 3-4 years. Watch his development.
Can't take him off the field. 1st and 10. Rodgers in trouble. Got rid of it the last moment. Again, refusing a sack.
So this is actually like a sack. That's a fumble almost, because I don't think he was throwing it. He just gets hit, and the ball goes forward.
They put it down as a pass play. No, that does go down as a sack. Okay, here is the
Wisely says, hey, get back over here. Watch this. Ball's going to come out. And then he goes, wait, give it.
Initially call it a sack for Delpit.
That's why I said it would have been interesting if that would have been Garrett.
2 for 8 on 3rd down. Here comes Garrett. Rodgers moves over, throws incomplete.
A little bit more, but this is Garrett on the outside. Watch him turn the corner. And Rodgers wisely steps up. But that is a great job.
All those injuries at left tackle, he's done a fine job. As Waitman sends it down the way. 1 first down picked up on that opening series of the 3rd quarter. Fair caught. With this lead of 10-6, all 10 coming in the 1st quarter. There's Sanders. Rocket Sanders.
With that groin injury, he re-injured in the first half. And one update on Carson Schweitzinger. You mentioned
he's good enough. Okay. Yeah, we saw him out there as they were able to take the Steelers off the field with their first series of the 3rd quarter. And that's on 2nd and 4 on 1st down.
Highsmith.
Holding. Offense number 68. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Wipes out a 12-yard run.
Well, this is high. He's created 5 pressures, including the interception play, and 4 of those have come against him, and he's been.
Sanders in trouble. Pressure was coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 97. 15-yard penalty from the previous.
And you've got to try and pull up your body weight, they say. I mean, he does an outstanding job pressuring. He's been playing great, but right here, he tries to kind of let up his. One of those really close calls, but you got to try and let up a little early there.
1st and 10. We lost the signal. We'll hear from Gene in a moment. Here's the pass play to Sampson.
A little technical issue, but I think they're always going to protect the quarterback, and Shedeur trying to get that ball out. Just need to get through his progressions. He tried to move his arms off, but to me, it's a bang-bang play. You're going to get that call more often than not.
2nd and 9. Trying to weave up the middle. Cleveland to pull off the upset.
I think it's going to be right here. Shedeur on these 3rd down and mediums. 3rd and long, it's tough. It's 2 for 9 on 3rd down, missing on these down the field throws. But it's going to be in the protection. They're going to it. Here we go.
Can he trust his eyes? Throws off his back foot, completes it, got the, and Shedeur was able to get it away with Queen coming right in on him.
It's just an outstanding job because it's not really a route. You're going to chip first and then run this, and he knew where to go with the ball. If someone was coming free, right away, although they did it a bunch against Buffalo last week.
Handoff.
Highsmith again.
Waiting for him.
It's on the line.
Result of this
it's
one
real.
right here.
It's actually real. The season is on the line for real here.
Derrick Henry, all world last night. 2nd and 9, and we got a flag first going to be called here, it looks like, on Robinson.
Yeah. This false start happens because Highsmith's right there. and he's already generated at least 5 pressures, disrupted this
penalty on Robinson this series. 2 of the 4 flat. And you got 2nd and long. And you got pressure. And Sanders gets taken down by who else?
Well, we've been calling his name. He's been so disruptive. He reads it, comes down the line, and then turns on the Jets.
He's got some speed. Look,
he does.
He chases down the quarterback.
He's smart on this one if you're Shedeur. Don't try and be too aggressive. If it gets there, throw it under the sticks.
3rd and 15. Tosses it back to Sampson. And waiting for him is...
This is Highsmith. It's a screen to the left. Watch Highsmith here. He was going to intercept the ball. The play.
1 punt in the first half, 57 yards. This one bouncing around near the 30 and travels just outside the 1 in Cleveland without a quarterback named Ben Roethlisberger was 2003 with Tommy Madden.
Actually knew it. That's even better.
On 1st down, here's Warren. Garrett at the top, really wide. As Rodgers goes away from that side. After the catch, after the tackle, yeah, you think MVS is pivotal.
I think he has to.
Who's in, who's out? There aren't many of those left, but one of the few is the AFC North. Will it be Pittsburgh to stay in it? Play action, 1st down, and boy, Garrett was coming in. And Smith catches.
No, sir. Not on my watch.
No, I'm not falling. I'm not going to be in that picture.
I got it. No, you don't.
See who's smiling at the end. 2nd and 7. Quickly across the middle to the postseason.
It would mean everything. That's why you continue to play. I mean, after the line, and he said he has.
1st and 10. Inside give Smith. Ward and others.
A little more eyes on the quarterback. These linebackers, safeties flow over. This unit they are really good. I promise you, this defensive side of the ball.
They've only allowed
talk though. He could get to a good play.
Handoff, and it's Gainwell. It's going to be 3rd.
This is a attack style defense. They go at the quarterback, hit the running back on the way, but they've adjusted a little bit. Read the blocks. Come on.
3rd and 5. Got to get a 1st at the 47 of Cleveland. Pressure, pass, quick, caught, diving catch.
They tried to trick him right here. You see, Schwessinger's going to
convert. 1st and 10.
Get back to the simple tosses. Yep.
Gainwell. Baker was holding on to him.
Yeah. 3 for 10 only.
No Garrett on the field. 2nd and 6. As Warren is able to break.
2 tight ends, extra linemen.
Hand off to Warren. And all that to win the game. And you weren't talking just touchdowns, Tony. You thought this was going to be, again, one of these games where it's going to be
much right now. And this is the game. Pittsburgh to go to the playoffs, needing a win.
Smith, look at Campbell.
Today, Campbell on defense for Cleveland has been incredible. Switching up, he's now at the defensive tackle position.
Back goes Rodgers, in trouble, and he's sacked.
The 3rd and 13 gives you your best chance because you know the quarterback has to hold the ball, and they decide to try and chip.
Yards by Boswell's got a hook, and it's wide. Corley for him. Corley in the backfield, who gets the handle, and they whistle the play dead.
That's the veteran, Petonio. But this drive, to your targets out. At this point, I think Cleveland can go win the game with a touchdown. Work inside.
And they throw it. Sanders to Sanders. He's still knocked down. Hayward finds Sanders. He said he looks like an old-fashioned running back. Picks up 10. Yep. Faking to the line. Buying time. Heaving it. Desperation throw. Not a good one.
He wants that one back. That's his poor decisions he's made in his young career. He's young.
2nd pick today of Sanders. Here's Gainwell. They had him at first, but he's able to break away and finally shove.
And Dion knows, he's like, son, Oh, you got to live to fight another day.
The agony of a parent.
And then it can hurt you with that, and it's like, just throw the ball away. You got a long game.
Over to Miller. Campbell.
Understand that and how you manage it internally. You're like right there. He knows that was a poor decision.
Somehow, look how wide Garrett is here on 2nd and 9. Pass, Smith. And Delpit comes in to make sure he stays
there. But that ball was precise. You see Rodgers' ability to throw in these conditions still.
Touchdown. At Detroit, 3rd and 1. He hands it off to Gainwell, and the play is brought to a halt.
And Dylan Cook.
Know exactly how he feels. 3rd and 6. Comes Garrett. They pick him off, and the pass is incomplete.
The edge, and he's any other game. There's a chance Rodgers holds that ball for another half a second.
Waitman 3 times has pinned Cleveland inside the 20. Should have a great chance to do it here for a 4th time. And then
come out and make it simple on Shedeur. Yep.
Go to Sampson. Got an opening. Look at Sampson. Dylan Sampson. Ramsey has hold of him. Negate the 25-yard run.
Wow, that's a monster play because it's coming back, and the run's going right at him. And Patrick Queen comes flying in, and you'll see right here surely what they do on every play. It's just when the ball runs right past you.
They're going to see it.
There's a timing element to letting that back him up into his end zone. Tougher.
Goes back to the other side with Sampson, and Ramsey won. 2nd and 10. Got it away somehow. Sampson picks up.
Actually recognize it before he gets home, but watch. He's going to come down, but they're going to overload this side.
Pittsburgh the ball back near midfield. 3rd and 9.
Here's the play.
Can he make a move to get there? No. Pittsburgh's all over him. That's Cannell.
They rush 5 guys, and they basically run a safe punt up.
Yeah, a long driving punt back to the 20. It was deep. Scotty Miller on the run back. 6 on 2nd and 3. They toss it to the other side from him, and Warren's going to get knocked back by a yard by Delpit, their Walter Payton Man of the Year. There's a tie in there one year.
You got your opportunities outside. I kept saying MVS has to come up.
Gainwell tracked down.
The explosiveness by the edge rushers. He just shoots the gap inside, disrupts everything. He's not.
No, they want to take their chances with their defense and a rookie quarterback on the other side. Here's the Waitman punt, and it's caught for the 2nd and 7. Play action. Big throw coming up. Runs away from Hayward. Takes off, and Ramsey is there.
Right here by Ramsey, and it's also a great job by Shedeur to extend the play and get him into a short yardage situation, but that could have easily been coming from that team.
All the way.
Here we go. Here we go, Joe.
3rd and 1. They give it to Sander.
3 timeouts just in case I want the ball back.
Bojorquez. This one's got some hang time. Demands the fair catch. Miller drops back to field it. Empty backfield on 1st down. He's going to go for the deep ball, and 3rd and 10. Rodgers stepping up in trouble. Got rid of it incomplete.
Brilliant.
Need 10 for a first. Rodgers pass deflected, and the Browns stop them.
4th down.
1st down, the handoff is to Sampson, but first the flag.
Yep, and bring it back 5 yards. Smart. They didn't like the look, what they were going to run it against.
Again, the State Farm post game. So here's your 1st down play. Back to Sampson. Wait, and take it for 5.
You can still feel it, right? How aggressive do they want to be here?
2nd and 5. It's back to Sampson. This time they knock him back a yard.
That would be right. Ding! Dun, 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 dun. That's what they're trying to do. Here we go.
Extra lineman in for the Browns on 3rd and 6. Pick up a 1st down. You would have basically won the game. But instead, they seem like they with a 7-point lead, and the kick is good.
I mean, just not good enough so far.
By the way, the field goal, Rodgers has the most in history. Will it come down to something like that? Kick goes through the back of the end zone.
There's a good chance it will.
30-yard play to be found. On first down, Rodgers quickly gets it to Miller, and he's already at the 50. Timeouts. Here he goes on first down to the sideline. It's Miller again, and he says he did Seaman over here. The line judge, he's made the proper call. On 2nd and 10. Rodgers down the middle. Oh, it's caught! It's caught front of a minute. Takes the handoff, goes back to Freiermuth, who picks up another 12.
He's going to take a shot outside where MVS for the win up top.
Here he's looking left. He comes this way, and the pass is caught. But look at this play. Down the middle of it. How precise was that pass?
Off his back foot within inches. Trying to double team Garrett out here. Get a chip.
2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to the end zone.
And MVS, keep going. And he decides to just do his own thing. And almost ends the game for the Steelers. Take the shot outside if he wants it. Does he trust it?
They chip on Garrett. They go to the end zone, and it's not there.